Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek News, here with Ted Alsbach from ACD Games at ACD Games Day. You suck.
No,
Ted, you suck. I love how the first response, almost from someone who saw this game and they're like, it's real. They're just like, we can use this in forums now to refer to people, or just to be like.
It's geek lists all over the place. Yes, exactly. As a response to things.
Now, was that intentional?
That part was not intentional, but it's a nice, happy byproduct.
That's right. See, you can use that to your advantage for the next.
And you can give it as a gift to someone with a double meaning. Hey, I like you. Here's a present, but at the same time, look what it's called.
That's right. All right. So, anyway, tick-taking.
Tick-taking. This is a tick-taking game. So, love trick-taking games. Played a lot of trick-taking games. Ridiculous amount of time spending, playing Hearts, Wizard, whatever. Hearts in college, Wizard since, I become a real gamer.
That's right.
And then lots of other ones, too. And so I have developed a whole bunch of those, and I think you commented that Alan Moon said that everyone has, which I think that's the case, but I've developed a bunch of them. This is the only one that actually was, I thought, worth publishing, at least at this point.
Right.
A couple of years from now, when I do another one, no, this one too, and then another one. But for now, this one, it's really fun. Right. The idea behind it is that there are these ticks on the table that everyone wants. And instead of a typical trick-taking game where everyone plays a card in the center of the table and someone has to follow suit and that sort of thing, you play a card on a tick. So I could play a card on this choose trump tick. Okay. Because I'm winning it right now, I take it and put it in front of me. So this is currently mine. Now, depending on how many players you have, in this case we have 2, the second card, once it's played on here, that's it. There's no more, and then we'll determine who wins that tick. So if you played a card on here, let's say you followed suit with a higher blue card. Or if you play a multicolor 17 card, then that's clearly yours. So you take this.
I hope it's good.
Discarded. You get that tick. That's now yours, and you kind of stick it under your little card there to show that you own that now, and then we continue the game. It works with up to 6 players, so you can have a lot of cards out there and going back and forth on things. It follows a lot of the traditional trick-taking conventions. Yeah. I'm used to saying it as tick-taking now, in that you have to follow suit if you can.
Okay.
But there's always ways to break those rules. Like these multicolor cards here, you can think of them as sort of like wizards in Wizard. They can be played on anything because they have all the colors. Okay. But they're all unique, and you get a random one of these each game. So you never know who is going to have one that might be higher or lower than what you have. So it's a little risky to play it, but good chance you'll be able to take it at the end. People also have 0 cards. A 0 card can be played at any time if you don't want a tick.
Okay.
So you're thinking, well, why wouldn't I win a tick? Look how cute they are. They're pretty awesome. Well, because at the beginning of the round, you're actually going to bid to say how many ticks you're going to take.
Okay.
But talking about tick-taking like this, it's very hard after a while because you're going to start to mumble and things. So that's why I noticed you're being quiet and letting me do all the work. But everyone's going to go through and bid, and this is how many points they're going to get if they're correct on their bid. You have to be spot on, exactly right with your bid in order to get the points at the end of the round. If you take that many ticks, you'll get those points. If not, no points at all. But you do get the special abilities of these ticks starting the next round. So for instance, if you end up with this tick, you'll get an extra 0 card. Just gives you a lot of flexibility. This lets you choose the dealer, including yourself if you want. This gives you an extra 3 points. So that's all nice. It's only 3 rounds long, goes really fast. On the 3rd round, what happens is instead of playing for these ticks, because there is no future round to use them on, all of them flip over, and they're suddenly worth points. Now, some are worth positive points, some are worth negative points. And then it becomes, you're still bidding for a number of ticks, but you don't want some of these, and you want to figure out how to avoid the bad ticks and still get the good ticks at the same time. So it plays about 20 to 30 minutes, super fast, just a light filler. It's a fun little twist on a trick-taking game.
Okay. And was it 2 to 6?
2 to 6.
So what struck you about this that made it seem like it was the one, or is the one to publish?
It's there's a number of things. I think first of all, a lot of people didn't say that the game sucked, which is important. Yeah. A lot of times I'll do, and I have very honest playtesters for good and for bad. Yeah. It's really irritating. They'll bring out something, I'll be all excited about it, and they'll say, "Wow, no, really, what was the game you wanted us to play, or did you just randomly come up with this, or what? It's horrible." People seem to really enjoy it.
You need those people, though.
You do, because otherwise you put a lot of crap out there, and you see that sometimes, and you feel like, I wish they had gotten more playtesting. So people seem to really enjoy it. I've always liked the idea that you have a lot more choices with games, and trick-taking games, a lot of times you're kind of constrained to, you just have to play. You have
your hand.
Yeah, you
That's
have a blue
it.
card, you must play that card. You have no choice in the matter. And this way you have a lot of flexibility. You can really play almost any card onto any tick most of the time.
Right.
So it gives you a lot more flexibility, and there's a lot more tactics and strategy involved.
So when you're taking this, so you mentioned with 2 players, the second card will take it. So with 5 players, the fifth card takes.
Exactly.
How do you keep track of who plays which
Because
things?
as soon as you're winning that particular tick, you put it in front of you.
Okay.
So if there's a couple cards on it and I play a multicolored card that is going to win, it just slides over to me.
Okay.
And so it's in front of the current.
And that's really the only thing that matters is who is going to win it at that moment,
Yeah, we
and
don't care
you
who played
see
the other
what
cards.
else. You see what else, what you need to beat. So
Right, you see when you need to beat, you see you stack them out this way. So you see the lead card, but if it's in front of me, I led this, you sloughed and played a 3, and then I played this. Or someone else could have played that too, that's fine. And it continues that way, and then because it's in front of me, I'm the one who played the highest card at that point.
So yeah, so it's not even really trick taking.
Well, it is kind of still tricky.
Well, except you're playing. I don't know. It's always that debate on like what's actually a trick taking game, and
Well, and as I've said, I've never claimed it's a trick taking game. I've claimed it's a tick taking game.
yeah.
So,
So touche.
how's that?
The one of one so far. All right, and this is due out June.
This is due out June at Origins.
Okay. So this is new for you as well. You talking before we did the camera. You're going to appear at Origin. You're here at ACD Games Day. Why?
Gotta push. So, last year released Suburbia. It's out of the gate. It's done better than anything else. It's still not going to catch up to Werewolf anytime soon, but it's doing really, really well. And we decided, this is a year, kind of want to double down on Bezier Games and go to more American trade shows. And, I've always go to Essen every year, but I've never exhibited at Gen Con or Origins or anywhere else. And ACD is, they're a huge distributor, and it's great to get in front of all the retailers that are going to be here and get some extra exposure.
And then now you're following up with Origins, with Gen Con.
Yeah. So it's just a ton of these trade shows this year. So we'll see 2013, and you may never see a game from me again because I may do so well this year that I can retire. So, that's possible. So
That's right. Yes. Good luck with that, Ted.
Thanks a lot, Eric. Appreciate it.